How do you stop mourning what could have been? Trigger warning: mention of pregnancy loss. I recently had a miscarriage. And for me, mourning what should have been. Could have been for that baby. Mourning the hopes and dreams I had for my baby and my family as a whole. It's hard some days. But I allow myself to feel it when I need to. I also find that focusing on the now and grounding myself helps in a sense. Also, looking at women who have already walked this road and looking at the fulfilling lives they were able to live helps me know I'll make it through also. I'm not sure what exactly you are mourning. But remember, you are never alone. I forget the exact words he uses. But Dr. John Deloney says it's sometimes helpful to have funeral for your image of what you expected life to look like, because rituals help us move forward with life. You could write your could have been out on a letter and then have a small service to tear it up, burn it, bury it, etc. That's just one example. Each person has ways of building rituals that are meaningful to them. So find what kind of ritual will help you find peace. I'd highly suggest his podcast or channel, Dr. John Deloney Show lol. This is classic CBT, but the first step is to notice that you're thinking this way. And intentionally and gently say to yourself, I'm not going to follow this line of thinking right now. Then, think about something else to redirect that energy towards something positive, what you're grateful for, things you enjoy, what you're excited about coming up in the near future, etc. Personally, I like having things to look forward to. So once I get home from a trip, vacation, celebration, etc., I plan the next one. How can I fulfill my social needs individually? I got dogs. I also joined a guild on a video game. If possible, become an animal foster. It does help. Are you in the workforce or still in school? Your age info would help. Weird thing. So I work for an online casino. You don't have to bet to join the tables, you can just come on and chat with us. Especially late nights or early mornings. We are bored and are super excited to talk to you. So consider joining an online casino. No betting, just join a chat. I have people that come on and we chat for the whole shift without a single cent coming out of their accounts. Us humans need social connections. We can't fulfill our social needs alone. Healthy connections, mutual respect, mutual interest, etc. can improve mental health. Making new friends, building new relationships and getting acquainted with new people is sometimes hard. But I suggest you keep at it and learn as you go. Good luck, friend. 18 to 22, my friendship circle was my guild in WoW. Not sure if that type of environment still exists these days. I heard online gaming is pretty unfriendly these days. 22 to 28, surprising friendships formed from re-engaging people I went to high school with. It's easier to engage people who you had a history with. That gradually slowed down as I got into a relationship. 28, now, made friendships with people from work and classes/clubs, Toastmasters, woodworking club, group fitness. The key ingredient I think in all these years is having something you and other people consistently show up to. Friendships take time to solidify. You can't just rock up one day and make a friend once off. Those of you who take forever in the toilet, what are you up to in there? Answering texts, reading work emails, and scrolling on Reddit. I get maybe 1 to 2 long poops a week, which is always after drinking or my cheat meals. Even then I'll spend maybe 15 minutes tops. One of my friends in college would use the bathroom and be gone for over an hour. I assumed he'd either jerk it or be aimlessly scrolling his phones. I remember the days when we used to read shampoo bottles instead of phones. Waiting for cold molasses, waiting for the burning to stop, counting all the worms, contemplate why most of them are dead, write a poem about it, hold a funerary ceremony, battle an interdimensional invader, write my condolences to the invader's family, find out who they were as a being, paint the essence of the invader's soul, wipe, flush, wash hands. Reading/watching videos on phone. Taking a shit during lunch break was usually only time I was able to relax at work. And yes, I can be there for 10 plus minutes lol. I just don't understand how can someone fart and then everything will come out at once and be done in like 2 minutes lamau. Sometimes I just get involved with something, like even if I'm done going I won't get up until the video I'm watching is over or I beat the level of the game I'm playing. Stuff like that. 1/3 times it's because I'm genuinely needing to take a really complicated monster poop. 2/3 though, it's because sometimes the bathroom is the only socially acceptable leave me the hell alone for a moment place I feel like I have left as a guy. I especially might do it if I am feeling overstimulated. Or if someone just isn't taking the damn hint that I'm done talking for a while and want some quiet because they keep adding one more thing. And I am too polite, usually, to tell them to shut the F up and leave me alone for a while. How did Nickelback become so hated? Cringe. Corny and untrendy, only for a certain point of time. Imagine Dragons is the new Nickelback emo. Nickelback is stuck in 1987. They listened to Bon Jovi and Def Leppard back then and just decided they could make a career out of their breadcrumbs that fell to the floor. Nothing about their music suggests they ever listened to anything outside of the Billboard Top 10. If you could remember those days you would find it beyond cliché and to almost parody. It's as if some college students wanted to make a period movie but had no money for song licensing. I'm not exaggerating. From what I have heard, they got picked up by a record label that was all about death metal type music or something, so the crowd was expecting something different. I'm sure a big part of it was just jumping onto a bandwagon of that's music my grandma can rock out to and quat. I personally like a lot of their songs. Animals is my favorite song. I'll admit they do have a lot of boring slower songs that people can't stand. But a lot of people don't give them a chance. Rockstar and Photograph got massively overplayed in my opinion. They have some amazing songs but people won't even give them a try. They're not my favorite band by any means. But they aren't as bad as people make out. Songs like Figured You Out and Something in Your Mouth are bangers. 6/10 music. Pumped out endlessly because it's inoffensive and made for bland radio play. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just that if Hot Pockets are your favorite food, your taste probably isn't great. And you're constantly served Hot Pockets in every store you go into. Enjoy your Hot Pockets. But don't expect me to pretend it's not bland. Super processed snack food with no nutritional value and to prefer pizza instead.